Hello friends, and welcome to part 1 of the Dynamic Window Blueprint tutorial series. In this series I'm going to demonstrate how you can create dynamic window widgets that can be put to use in your own projects. The idea is for the window to have what we would all come to expect in a window: a title bar with an icon, a title, and a close button, the ability to move the window around, and resize it from any edge or corner. We'll want the window to operate efficiently and respond only when it needs to, so we're not actually going to use EventTick for any of this. And we also want each window to behave as its own widget, which you can simply drop into your own project and add your own content to. For example, you might be trying to create a resizable minimap or multiple inventory containers that you can move around and resize. In other words, the end result here is for the window to be easily reusable, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you go to create something new. Now, I originally thought I might look into how to sell ideas like this on the marketplace, but I've never really been a big fan of the whole idea that knowledge should be restricted to only those who can afford it. The truth is, I wouldn't know what I know if it weren't for free online tutorials, so I've decided to put this out there for anyone who might have need of it. And for those of you who would love to help me chop down my overgrown mortgage tree, I'll leave a link in the description below. And for those of you who don't have the means, that's okay. Learn, grow, create, help others, and that'll be gratitude enough for me. With all that said, this series will initially consist of 10 core videos to get you up and running, but I may tack more onto it later on if the need arises. I'm also thinking about doing a follow-up series that demonstrates how to convert this dynamic window widget from blueprints to C++. But please bear with me as this is all still pretty new to me, and my day job demands quite a bit of time. You know how it goes. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is create a blank new project. I'll be using Unreal Engine 5 for this tutorial, but I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work for any previous versions as well. We will also only be working in blueprints for now, but since I'm thinking about converting it to C++ later on, I'm going to go ahead and select C++. If you know for sure you don't want anything to do with C++, you can just click blueprints here and it'll be fine. But I'm going to stick to C++. Alright, let's go ahead and call this project Dynamic Window Widget. And we're not going to be using any starter content. You can always add that in later on if you think you need it, but we don't need it here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create. And this part actually takes a little while, so I am going to speed it up on my end. Feel free to pause the video here until you catch up and your project is open. Alright. Dismiss the new plugins. I'm going to go ahead and update. Alright, let's go ahead and create a new folder in our content browser. We'll call it Levels. Press Enter to open it. Now I'm going to go to File, Save Current Level. And I'm going to go ahead and double click into our Levels folder. And we'll call this Main Level. Alright, let's also go into our project settings. Go to Maps and Modes. And we're going to just change these to Main Level and Main Level. That way we don't have to worry about reloading these if Unreal crashes. And we'll click the X to exit out. And with the basics out of the way, I think we'll go ahead and end this first video here so we can start fresh in the next video. In the next video, we'll go ahead and set up the main HUD, which is going to contain all of the windows that we want to put on our screen. See you then.